All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sportsdom coming back with another video. And this is my Buffalo Sabres at Anaheim Ducks post-game recap. So, uh, after two, it was 3-0 Ducks. The Sabres came back, tried to make it a game. They scored 2 goals to make it 3-2. And then Anaheim put them away. But let's recap this. Stats. Goals, Buffalo 2, Anaheim 4. Shots, Sabres 30, Anaheim 36, or Ducks 36. Block shots, Buffalo Sabres 10, Anaheim Ducks 16. Hits, Buffalo 21, Anaheim 19. Faceoffs, Sabres 25, Ducks 26. Power plays, Buffalo Sabres were 1 for 3, and the Anaheim Ducks were 1 for 4. Penalty minutes, it says Buffalo had 30 minutes in penalties, and the Anaheim Ducks had 38. Scoring. In the first period at 5:51, it was Anaheim's Jacob Silfverberg, his third of the season, assisted by Gudas, his sixth, and Cam Fowler, his 19th. And after one, it's 1-0 Quackers. And then in the second period at 3:37, it was Anaheim Sam Carrick, his 7th of the season, on the power play, assisted by Zellweger, his first, and Terry, his 21st, and it's 2-0 Ducks. And then at 4:30, it was Anaheim's Jacob Silfverberg, his second of the game, his 4th of the season, assisted by McTavish, his 16th, and after two, it's 3-0 Quacks. And then in the third period, at 14:41, it was Buffalo's Jordan Greenway, his 5th of the season on the power play, assisted by Rasmus Dahlin, his 25th, and Dylan Cousins, his 16th, and it's 3-1 Anaheim. And then at 17:04, it was Buffalo's Kyle Okposo, his 9th, assisted by Tage Thompson, his 14th, and Jordan Greenway, his 8th. And it's 3-2 Ducks. And then at 18:51, it was Anaheim's Adam Henrique, his 15th of the season, assisted by Frank Vetrano, his 13th, and Fowler, his 2nd of the game, his 20th of the season. And it's 4-2 Anaheim. That is your final score. The Anaheim Ducks, one of the worst teams in the NHL, come up with a win over the Buffalo Sabres. Teams are licking their chops when they see Buffalo on the schedule. They can't wait to play the Buffalo Sabres. Penalties. In the first period at 16:33, it was Anaheim's Cam Fowler, 2 minutes for holding. And then in the second period, at 1:53, it was Buffalo's Henry Jokiharju, 2 minutes for tripping. And at 14:06, it was Buffalo's Matthias Samuelsson, 2 minutes for tripping. And then at 14:13, it was Anaheim's Mason McTavish, 2 minutes for throwing equipment. Then in the third period, at 1:38, it was Buffalo's Henry Jokiharju, 2 minutes for slashing. At 14:02, it was Anaheim's Radko Gudas, 2 minutes for interference. At 19:20, it was Buffalo's Peyton Krebs, 2 minutes for goaltender interference. And at 19:20, it was Anaheim's Adam Henrique, 10-minute misconduct. At 19:20, it was Buffalo's Kyle Okposo, 10-minute misconduct. And at 19:20, it was Buffalo's Peyton Krebs, 10-minute misconduct. At 19:20, it was Anaheim's Mason McTavish, 10-minute misconduct. At 19:20, it was Buffalo's Peyton Krebs, 2 minutes for roughing. At 19:20, it was Anaheim's Sam Carrick, 10-minute misconduct. And at 19:20, it was Anaheim's Mason McTavish, 2 minutes for roughing. So, the Buffalo Sabres, I don't think there's anything they can do now to turn this season around. Even firing Don Granato now isn't going to help this team. I think they should just ride Granato to the end of the season. But they play in Anaheim now, and they lost to Anaheim. Now they go to LA tonight to take on the Los Angeles Kings in back-to-back games. So the Buffalo Sabres come in at 20, 23, and 4. The Los Angeles Kings come in at 22, 13, and 9. So hopefully something can change. They play well against good teams. Hopefully tonight, they can get a win. Hopefully they go with Devin Levi because it is back-to-back games. Eric Johnson was placed on injured reserve yesterday and remains out day-to-day with an upper body injury. So I guess, they I don't know what Kevin Adams has to do. I don't think firing Don Granato now is going to get them in the playoffs. And if I was any good coach, I wouldn't want to come in at this time because, I would want to make the play. I would want to take a team that already has playoff aspirations and want to get them to the playoffs. I wouldn't want, a team like this and say, well, I'm not going to make the playoffs, so why would I go there? That makes no sense for a coach to do that, And I don't think any good coach would want to come here, if he's not going to make the playoffs this year. So I don't think you could fire Don Granato at this point in time. But I think they have to go with Devin Levi tonight because it is back-to-back. And Ukko-Pekka Suckinen. I think they need to send Ukko-Pekka Sucks to Rochester or send him somewhere because Ukko-Pekka sucks. I mean, 3 quick goals. I think Rob Ray said it was Anaheim's first 3 shots on goal. Scored. Ukko-Pekka. And people say Ukko-Pekka Suckinen should be our number 1 goalie. That's some fucking hilarious shit right there. That's fucking hilarious. And if I was any good goalie, I wouldn't want to come into this situation where the fans are gonna boo you if you're not playing well. Oh man, we ain't gonna get no good players here. Not if they're gonna get booed. Coaches ain't gonna want to walk into that either. If they can't turn it around in one season, which won't happen in 1 year, because the team is too young, it's going to take at least 3 to 4 years for a new coach to turn this thing around. The fans aren't going to wait that long. So I don't get, fire Granato. The fans aren't going to wait as long as it's going to take for a new coach to, especially with a young team like this, it's going to take a coach at least 3 to 4 years to get them back to where they need to be. These fans aren't going to wait that long. So why you want to fire Granato, if you're just going to be impatient with the new fucking coach, that makes no fucking sense at all. At all, So, but guys, comment in the comment section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Stay tuned for my Buffalo Sabres at Los Angeles Kings preview. And as always, go Sabres. Let's beat the LA Kings.